What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We got some interesting stuff going on. Haven't done any Tri-Z clutch cover repairs in quite some time. Got one in. It's got a hard ding up top. It's got a crack down on the bottom. Those lower cracks are always a pain in the butt because those cracks seep oil. You can't get the oil out of them. So as you're TIG welding it, it's going to pull all the contaminants up and bubble up. So you just got to keep welding and filling and welding and filling until you get pretty much all the contaminants out. We're going to get that thing welded up, get it cleaned up as best we can, get it all welded up, and we're going to turn around, and after it's welded it up, of course, we mount it to a case half when we do the lower mounts so that it stays nice and flat. Top's all done, bottom's all done. We got the heat tape on all the critical areas. It's bolted to the case half so that when we powder coat this thing, nothing goes where it's not supposed to. This is one of them cheapy eBay powder coating machines. I've had this thing for a long time. For the $115 it cost me, this thing is absolutely amazing. Now it's finally starting to die. The box turns around and shuts off randomly, so seems like some spots powder sticks, other spots powder doesn't stick as well. So that's in the process of getting replaced. But yep, that thing worked great. I got it to see if I could even figure out how to powder coat stuff. Come to find out, powder coating is really simple. All you need is heat and powder and some kind of thing to apply it. You can even heat the part up and then just sprinkle the powder onto the part. You don't really even need the gun. All kinds of different ways to do it. It's really kind of neat. But is what it is. We got the oven set up. We slide it all in there. Start baking it. Got a little timer, get it all set up. This is a rim that we are polishing out. It's going on a conversion that we're building, the KX125 conversion. Yep, somebody gave me a dirt bike. They said turn it into a three-wheeler. So while we were polishing that up, cover was cooking. Timer goes beep. Pull the cover out the oven. Kick the door closed. It's hot, super hot. Let it cool off. Turn everything off. Came out really nice. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. These are aluminum. They're not that hard to weld. Most cases are aluminum. You can weld those too. I've been doing a lot of blaster case repair lately. Have not been recording it. I've blown out a couple of cameras trying to record welding. The light sensor doesn't seem to like the welding very much, so until I figure out how to record welding, we're not going to get any welding videos. Quad Sport's getting a new seat cover. There's a couple of spots in the foam that we've got to try and fix or patch or do something with. Didn't want to put a whole lot of time into it. There's the foam. There's a big old crater. Little bump in the back for a stop. That's a little crooked. Had to fill a hole, got a bump in the middle to stop. This is the one little wrinkle that I'm not too happy about, but oh well, not too bad. Prettiest part of the quad. So yeah, the old Quad Sport's coming together. Now the KX125 conversion that I'm building, the swing arm that I built, when I mounted the mount, it was sitting one way. It didn't look too bad. Once I got the front wheel and everything assembled, I realized that the factory OEM dog bones were too long. So we're making a set of shorter dog bones to put in place so that we can get the swing arm to lift the rear side of the frame up just a little bit. By moving these dog bones back 9/16 of an inch, it lifted the rear end up 1.5 inches. It dropped the swing arm down just a little bit to make everything sit nice and level. Towards the end of the video, you will get to see what the KX125 looks like. We've got some sneak peeks. We've got an 86 125 that's going together. We've got a 95 KX125 that's turning into a three-wheeler. And the Warrior Trike is back down, getting its attention too. We got the motor in the Warrior Trike also. Now, all these parts I do are by hand pretty much. We've got band saws. We've got a small lathe and mill. Got a drill press. We don't have any CNC stuff around here. We take our time. We try and get things as good as we can with what we've got. We don't outsource much at all. I was outsourcing cylinder bores, but I'm even thinking about starting to do the cylinder bores. These dog bones are really simple. I eyeballed everything. I got it set up. There's a lot of, yup, that looks right in these builds. And when the builds come together, yup, they look right. I don't have jigs. A lot of this stuff is freehand. We don't use jigs. We don't use special kinds of lasers or computers or CNC, anything. These are all manual machines. This is a Bailey MLD 1031, 1032. It's a small little mill and lathe. And I make my front end kits on this, make all my bushings with this. Right now we're cutting out some Delrin to put into the dog bones so that there's a type of suspension bushing in there. OEM ones had a steel sleeve. These are getting Delrin bushings. We're going to see how it works. It came out really nice after I was done drilling holes and machining everything down. It's not a very long process. Definitely having the machining tools and the knowledge and experience to know what you're doing makes a big difference. I've been building these things for years. I grew up in a racing family where we raced cars, modified things. Fabrication was a big deal back then. Everything we needed, we fabricated. My grandfather owned a welding company. I was welding at 9 years old, running brake presses and shears and everything else. This is nothing new. I love the three-wheeler niche. It's a small little niche. It's a great community. The people are always so friendly. That's why we don't do off-the-road customers around here. We don't need it. We've got special orders. We do special custom builds. You guys need something made, built, designed, redesigned, fabricated, retrofitted. That's what we do around here. Got a guy building an XL600. He sent me a set of 350X plates. I had to cut them out to fit the 600 forks. Make the 600 stem fit in the plates also. Got that all back together for him. Kicked it out the door. There might be a couple of shorts rolling around for that, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I do quick little posts. Sometimes I record. A lot of times I don't record. I'm still trying to set up the shop so that we can live stream from the shop. I have been doing live streams randomly. So hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the different content. We've got all kinds of build videos, ride videos, race videos on the channel. The channel's over 11 years old. We've got thousands of videos on it. Still not monetized. Need to get you guys to watch these videos as long as you can. All the way through is always best. That way they get out to more than 50 people. If you did click on the video, I really appreciate you. You're one of the few that actually enjoys the videos or at least clicks on the videos. Not that good at thumbnails. This is all me. We don't have editors. We don't have graphics designers. It's all just me, myself, and I. And yes, it is an argument always happening. Me, myself, and I don't always get along. We don't always agree. But if you're anything like me, then you understand what's going on. Try and do as much of the stuff around the shop as we can in-house. There's no point in sending out to other people if you can do it all in-house. We've got no employees, just me. And I have a lot of fun doing what I do. Building cool stuff for people that want weird stuff built. We've got lifted big reds. We've got inverted Ducati 3s, converted dirt bikes. The Warrior trike is, like I said earlier, going back together. Engine's in it. Got to finish up the plates, get the front end on it, shorten the forks, and then we've got to find exhaust, wiring harness, and all the components that we've lost over the years. Problem with having long time builds is stuff gets moved around over the years and it gets lost. It happens. We end up finding the parts eventually, but yep, you got to search sometimes. But when you're searching, you find some neat stuff that you forgot that you had. So the search is always part of the fun. Now we're going to turn around. Once we got the holes drilled out for the dog bones, we're going to cut down the bushings to where they need to be. Simply just push them into the holes, cut the bushing down, and then we will be throwing it in the trike. We will give you a final stance. We're still working on getting the subframe welded back together. I've got the subframe cut up, got the fenders situated where I want them. Not too happy with the seat. The seat's going to have to get heated and rebent and reformed so that everything lines up the way that it's supposed to. The guy has a picture of a build from the 80s that he's going off of, and he wants me to pretty much clone the build. So we're cloning the build. I had to build the swing arm. We use, like I said, the 350X plates with Tri-Z forks. Luckily, eBay started selling the new Tri-Z calipers. As long as you've got the caliper mount, you're good to go. Seeing as how this is not a final product, we're still trying to test fit this to make sure that we like the ride height. We're going to give it a quick sand down so that it looks somewhat finished. Get rid of the sharp edges. And then we're going to put it in the three-wheeler. When the customer showed up, he sat on it. He liked it. He loved the way it sat, liked the way it feel. Wasn't too happy with the big wheel in the front. But it is a 23-inch wheel for an 11-inch rim. There's very limited tires that you can get for the three-wheeler rims. Tri-Z rims are even harder to find front tires for. That's why people like DT are making the quad conversion hubs where you can use the quad front rim, and then you can go down to a 19-inch front tire if you run a really, really small tire. But this KX125 that we're building has got 18-inch rear hole shots, and it's got a 23-inch front Sun-F. I'm not too much of a Sun-F fan, but it's what the customer wanted. It's what he found, so that's what he got. So here it is, standing on its own wheels. Custom subframe, or custom swing arm. 300EX rear end. Got to finish welding the subframe. It does look a little goofy with the big tire, but this is the 96. I've still got to make dog bones for that suspension. That's got the LTZ 400 swing arm in it that I've got to finish up. We did bend the subframe in to get the top of the seat in. Now we've got to move it in about 3 inches. And there's the Warrior trike. Warrior rear end, Warrior frame, Warrior engine, custom front end. Completely opposite of the dirt bikes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.